When choosing a pair of speakers for your home setup, your studio, or even your living room, you're going to be presented with thousands of options. Now, I've covered several options in the $100 to $200 price point, but what if you went up to say $450? Would it be worth it? Well, today I'm reviewing the Abramtek X50, and the results may surprise you.
Nico knows tech, all your tech tips and reviews on deck. Nico knows tech, #1 channel with the news on deck.
First, let's address the elephant in the room. These speakers are beefier than most speakers that you might be buying for your computer setup. They're not huge by any shape of the word, but most speakers will be around yay high, have 3-inch bass drivers. These have 5 1/4 inch. The titanium dome tweeter is 1 inch, and that's behind this little star style grill here. And first I'll go over some of the features, but first, a word from our sponsor. Do all of your friends call you a loser for using a sus copy of Windows? Then stop being a zero and get ready to be a hero by getting a valid copy of Windows 10. With all the bells and whistles a future superstar like you needs, you might be thinking to yourself, Pro Edition costs $200, see? No. If you follow the link in the description to VIPCDKdeals.com, you can get yourself a Windows 10 Professional Edition for $22.50. Wow! You think that's great? Well, if you use coupon code NK25, you get 30% off. That brings the price of Windows 10 Professional to $15. Wow! All major payment methods accepted, including PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard. Once you have your license key, open Settings, then System, About, then Change Product Key. Simply copy and paste your new key and then click Next, and then you are Gucci, my friend. On the rear of the main unit, we do have a bass port. As far as our inputs, we have 3.5mm aux, which you would use this to connect to, let's say, a computer or a DAC, which has 3.5mm out. We also have phono input, which would be for, like, say, a turntable. I have tried using a 3.5mm to RCA, and it came out very staticky. So I think that's very set up for only turntables and such. We also have optical. We have USB, but this is not a DAC input, but rather for playing music files and audio files off of a USB flash drive. We also have HDMI TV ARC, and we also have pre-out, which you could use this to output to a subwoofer. And we also have our volume knob, but this is a digital knob, not an analog knob, so you could theoretically keep turning this. That's one thing I don't like, is that this thing keeps turning indefinitely. So it's a digital knob, not an analog volume control. Same thing with the bass. However, I find that if you start at 0 and then turn on the unit, then this is accurate. Same thing with your bass control. And I leave this down at the bottom because, as you'll see, this thing has pretty good bass output. This will be for plugging in our cable to power our passive unit, our second speaker, because our power comes in here, and this will power the right speaker. Down here we have our grounding, which you would mostly only use this typically if you're going to use it with a turntable that necessitated a ground. The overall build quality and construction is very good. It is a solid wood design. We do have plastic covers over the rear base panel. The rear plate on the back is a hard plastic with all metal screws. And on the front we have a piano black panel, which is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. However, once you're done installing it into place, simply wipe it down and that's not a problem. The bass driver has a solid metal ring around the side. It feels like aluminum. And there's a plastic panel over the titanium tweeter. Included with the unit is a handy remote, which has, of course, your power, your mute, volume up, volume down, but you can also increase and reduce the bass response. The same thing as if you were adjusting the bass knob in the rear of the unit. Right here we have our input selector for all the different types of inputs. You can connect it to a TV, a PC, MP3 player. You can play music off your phone or even connect it to a turntable. Very versatile unit, and for that I do give it a thumbs up. But how does it sound? Now, to give you the best possible idea of how the X50 speakers perform, I'm first going to give you my own personal impressions and my opinions based on my own tests, and then I'll also give you a sound demo where I play the speakers through some tracks I prepared through my Rode Podcaster. Now, Abramtek advertised the X50 as being flat, balanced, and natural sounding. While I do agree that they sound natural, I don't think they are flat, but they may be balanced. I wouldn't say that they're V-shaped, they are mostly flat. but they are more dynamic than say some studio monitors. I find this to be a plus because I don't see these as studio monitors, but rather hi-fi speakers for audiophiles or people who like a lot of detail as well as a punchy low end for music listening. The X50 also sounds very powerful. They do like to be driven loud. They're 180 watts divided between 2 channels. That puts it over triple the power of the Edifier 1280Ts or the MR4s. The low end is, I think, the key selling point for this speaker. It is delicious. It's punchy where it needs to be. It has the right impact and slam without being bassy, boomy, or having bloom over the mids. It's just delightfully reproduced, and it hits where a lot of speakers just can't. You could actually get away with running these without a subwoofer, and you'd be delighted. The upper mid-range and treble are also very well reproduced. Presenting a lot of detail, clarity, and sparkle, you would expect some harshness, but no, it's actually very smooth. Now before we go to the sound demo, there's a couple things I didn't like about the X50. First off, there's no cables to connect to any sources. I had to buy my own 3.5mm aux cable. If you want to use this one, I'll go ahead and put it in the description. Another thing I didn't like was the lack of analog knobs for adjusting the master volume as well as the bass. They were digital and they work. However, I do like to have a master dial in the back of powered speakers.
Now you need help and no one hears your cry that all big tech companies provide. They tell you pay more for defense to hide, but you don't know that the enemy's inside. It's a cold world, no one to confide in unless you find help from a selfless God. Better than the bad man, strong as tide. You in the right place at the right time. Wolves in sheepskin, working midnight shift. But don't worry, we won't let them in. And Nico knows tech.
And congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Hope you found this review helpful. If you like it, please click like and consider subscribing. You can pick up this product in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time.